Welcome if you've never been here before. Welcome back if you have. This is my HP Vectra VL, and this is going to be my first and probably only entry before the end of December into DOScember. Now, I really wanted to be a part of this, and I started buying a bunch of parts to build a system that I've lusted after since I was a kid, which I will go over a little bit more as we progress along. But right now this has to be the replacement because I've got nothing else that suits the needs for this, that actually works 100% and functions the way I want, so let's dive straight into it. This is, like I said, my HP Vectra VL. This has a Pentium MMX processor. It's 166 megahertz, which I do plan to upgrade in a separate video to 233 megahertz if anybody wants to see that. This is a fairly robust computer for what it is. This is a workstation PC, and what usually happens with these is they put halfway decent graphics right on the motherboard, and this one happens to have an S3 Verge variant that has actually had its RAM maxed out, and I believe it's at a full 2 megabytes. So this is a great computer for DOS gaming, and I have put a DOS compatible sound card in it. The hard drive is SD card based. I have an SD to Ide adapter, which I will show when I open the case in just a moment. The system overall, I'm very happy with it for what it is. I didn't think it was going to work out this well. I had about 4 hours where I was cussing and swearing at drivers, but I got that taken care of and figured out the whole sound blaster situation, because that's kind of a pain to set up in some situations. But we're going to open this up right now and take a look at it on the inside and see what it has to offer, because it's a little bit interesting the way this is set up, and I kind of like it. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump down into the inside of the case, and I will show you how this top comes off, because it's actually kind of cool. This is one of the reasons I like this case. There, and see what's under the hood. What I like about this is a screwless case. Meaning mostly the lid. All you have to do is reach down here on these two sides. There's some push tabs, and they just push inwards. In this case, they're not locked, because I already had the lid off this a little bit ago. So this just slides forward about an inch, slips right off. Now you're probably going to notice, if you're paying attention, that my sound card isn't screwed in, but this is what I think is really neat. This is your power supply right here, but if you need to get to anything that's underneath here, you just lift it up and flip it over. And then you got your processor right here. This actually has a removable VRM, voltage regulator board for the CPU. I've never seen a computer from around this age that had a removable one like that, and I thought that was pretty neat. As you can see, it's got a cache on a stick module here, and this has 6 RAM slots, 4 of which I have filled with EDO RAM right now, totaling 48 megabytes. We've got a Crystal Sound Blaster compatible sound card here. Put this power supply back in place. Now see, there's a tab right here on this power supply, and it hooks up underneath right here. It just drops in there. That's it. There's no screws or anything like that in there. Alright, so moving on. Hard drive. This is one of them computers that has that really stupid BIOS that has that 8 gigabyte limit for the hard drive, and I didn't have any hard drives that small, and it doesn't like anything over 8 gigabytes, so I have this in there right now. And there's tape on the back of it just to keep it from shorting out on anything on the back side. This is an SD to Ide adapter. I have a 4 gigabyte SD card in there. That actually functions a lot better than I expected it to. I'm really surprised at these things for how cheap they are. I think this was like $7.50 on eBay with the shipping included at the time. and that took about 2 weeks to arrive, with the pandemic going on and the mail being behind. Ugh, that is one thing I'm seriously irritated about, let me tell you. They are terrible right now, but I understand because we're in the midst of a pandemic and it's the holidays, so there isn't really a whole lot we can do about that. So you just kind of have to wait it out. So at this time, I'm going to throw the cover back on, and I'm going to back this out and turn this video light off so that we can actually see the monitor well, and then we will fire it up. Alrighty. I even got some festive little dollar store Christmas lights on top of the monitor there. So let's go ahead and fire this computer up, which is almost silent if it wasn't for the fan and the power supply. Now that the hard drive's gone, that's pretty nice. So while we wait for this to boot up, a couple of things. I'm testing some new stuff here while we speak too. Mainly this guy right here. It's wireless headset. I'm recording this with my phone and the mic, and it is terrible. Video quality is pretty decent, so we're trying this out. See how that works. That's clipped on my shirt right now. And yes, this is a DOSember video. This computer has Windows 98, but I like the Windows front end for running DOS apps. With a couple of these games we're going to play tonight, or well, I should say this morning. It's about 5 after 6 in the morning right now. I lost my track now. That happens to me a lot. Anyway, this has the Windows front end on it because it seems to be better with like driver compatibility. It's a little bit less of a pain in the ass to set up, so I could just kind of get going on this. My plan was to run DOS and Windows 3.1 on this, but I didn't. I wanted to release a Christmas video, and I didn't have time to set it up. As you can see, I didn't even have time to straighten up these icons. And let's see. Let's line them up just so that they're not all over the place anyway. And I've been working on stuff here and trying to get this going. I tried to get some, I had a couple of Christmas DOS games on here we're going to check out in a little bit. But first, about the project I mentioned in the beginning. What I was originally planning to do was to build a 486 for this video. And the problem with that is I ordered all the parts around this first week of December, and they were supposed to come in 2 separate priority mail flat rate boxes. And the seller told me, oh yeah, it doesn't post, which I wasn't worried about that. I figured I was going to have to fix it. But he sent me a bunch of pictures, and the tower was not a cheap. There was no cheap viable option to ship it to me. So what we did is split it up in 2 separate priority mail boxes, and he said to me that he would have everything packed in bubble wrap and anti-static bags, and I didn't care about any of that either because it supposedly didn't work. So, but what really got me is in the pictures that he sent me before it was disassembled, there was a Visa Local Bus graphics card on this motherboard. And this is the board. And I did not get that. So, because I didn't get that, I can't fire the system up because I don't have a compatible graphics card for it at the moment. But what this is a PC chips. I think it's an M919, but it's version 1.4. This board was kind of problematic. And as you can see, it was assembled in China, but and it was known for having fake cache, which I don't think is on here, because most of the ones I've seen that have the fake cache, they're soldered on, and these are socketed chips. So I think this has like a 256 kilobyte or 128. But my intent was to build this because this has a DX4 under the hood. This is an AMD 120 megahertz DX4. It's going to have the Visa Local Bus graphics and the Visa Local Bus disk controller. And the disk controller, which was Visa Local Bus in the pictures, obviously is not. But there was one thing that came with the mix that I tried to use in this computer, and this computer is finicky with some ISA cards because I have like 4 sound cards, and it only detects one of them, and it's the one we have in here, and it just happens to be just the right one. But I got this guy. I wanted to try this one out and see what we could do with it, because this is, from what I gathered, a really high-end sound card for the time. This has a speech chip right here. This was a speech processing card. This was a sound card, and I believe it was fully Sound Blaster compatible and all that stuff. It's Analog Devices, Echo based. If you know who Echo is, they make a lot of high quality sound cards for studio use today. They're still in business. But the computer will not detect or even play nice with it no matter what I do. So I ended up going with this Pentium MMX system. And I figured we'll fire it up and play some DOS games. I've got a couple on here that are Christmas related, but they're nothing special. They're probably stuff that you've seen before, if I had to guess. So, let's see. I think first, I'm going to fire up everybody's favorite, which is Doom. That's a pretty much go-to. Turn the volume up a little bit so you can actually hear this. Okay. Alright. Let's have a little fun in this one. Now, most of these games I have are shareware too, so I'm not going to be able to get super far, but we're going to see what we get. And it's been quite some time since I've played. Actually, played through, so... Well, get ready to laugh at me dying, I guess. I'm not the best at this. Get all this armor and stuff first. I know the music goes louder than that. There we go. Oh, stood there and just pretty much let it hit me. Great. I'm better with the mouse. Let's try that. There we go. Wasted half my ammo trying to get him. I'm probably going to die a lot because I usually use cheats in at least God mode. I mean, just to make things interesting, I still might. Again, I'm not perfect at these games. I'm no master. But this is the stuff that I liked playing when I was a kid. And this is usually what I like to do on Christmas Day, is play DOS games, because this reminds me of a time when my life was much simpler. Oh boy. Write a key card. I'll tell you one port of this game that's pretty awesome is Brutal Doom for the GZ Doom under Windows. Okay, that is pretty sick. Somebody basically modernized Doom and made it really graphic intense, and it's like, I don't even know really how to describe it other than holy shit. It's like a night and day difference compared to this. There's more sound, more gore. It's pretty trippy. And of course, you lose health for going across the green stuff. Something bigger than this damn pistol. I must have completely missed another weapon along the way. I know I should have something better than a pistol by now. Shit. Okay. Guess there's nothing back there. Okay, so it looks like I'm stocked on shells, but no shotgun. Still no shotgun. What's up with that? Okay, one more level, and this time we're gonna have some fun. I like blowing shit up. I don't know about you. I like to blow shit up and not die. So let's blow some shit up and not die. Especially these barrels. And I don't need to go hunt down that key. Breeze right through this and have some fun. See, when I was a kid, a lot younger, I used to be pretty good at this game. I didn't need the cheats. But nowadays, I pretty much play these games just to have fun and blow shit up. Because back then, what kid didn't want to do this in 3D? Alright. Yep, you get the little thing at the end, shareware. Okay, so next I'm going to show off a couple of games that kind of go with part 2 of my story about why this whole 486 thing came into play. Because when I was younger, I had a Tandy 425SX, and I really wish I had never got rid of that system today because I had everything to it: the keyboard, the mouse, the speaker thing that went under the monitor with the subwoofer, the monitor. It was a full-blown multimedia PC, but it was only a 25 megahertz 486SX, and I used to push that thing to the limits, and I would try to play both Quake and Duke Nukem 3D on it, and it couldn't run either one of those games worth of shit. But I did it anyway because it was all I had, and now I could run Quake on this computer like I wish my 486 did when I was a kid. I have to keep the volume down just a little bit because my wife is sleeping. This was one I wasn't very good at either. But I played it anyway. And this is the shareware version, so there's only one episode I can play in this. So let's dig into it and see what happens, I suppose. No. Yep. Jump with the keyboard. Nah, it's not going to let me do it here. I want to get up there and get those bullets. I already know I'm going to need. Ah, screw it. Let's wing it. Do the same thing as last game. We'll play this one vanilla, and then the next one I'll turn on God mode. Have some fun. Ah, some shells. Ah, blow some stuff up. Yeah, buddy. Go over here and recover those bullets I just wasted on your asses. And let's see, then we gotta go over here. Here. Forgive me if I kind of go in circles because it's been some time. Been some time since I've played this. I've played a lot of these games in good detail. Usually I play them for like 2 minutes and then I'm done. But I have been busy with all this stuff going on with the pandemic and still fixing computers and everything else, so I decided to take a day, as Christmas tradition usually goes, and play DOS games. I haven't been able to do that the last couple of years because of my living situation, but now I've got a house again. Everything seems to be going well so far. That thing went up again. You son of a... Get down here. That's what it is. I gotta wait. This will take me up. Huh. Back to the beginning. Whoops. See what I mean? I go in circles. Do those anyway. Everybody's probably already screaming at me in the comments. Saying, what are you doing, you fucking idiot? I have no idea either, trust me. No idea at all. Okay. I came back up here. Apparently that was just to get that nail gun, and I didn't need to. There we go. This is the way I need to go. Ah, another box of nails. Just gonna need those pretty soon. Let's turn God mode on at least. I don't remember none of the rest of the sequences to get all the weapons and stuff, so we're just going to pick them up as we go. Just want to get through this one without dying. Finally. Double barrel action. See, this is why I like God mode. I counter shit like this. Like, as if these guys here don't make your life hard enough. I enabled God mode because it's the one at this level that always really screws me up. So we're not going to go up there and get it. Now look at you, buddy. How you doing? You don't know what you're doing. Those guys will kill you in no time flat, too. Okay. Sure, I got the mouth before I go down there. If you can't tell by now, I'm pretty addicted to first-person shooters. Now this is the part where I always get messed up. That dude kills me in no time flat, just about every time. I think I've only got past him without God mode once. Alright, so let's take a break from the first person shooters. And let's try a Christmas game. Sky Road's Christmas. Sky Road's Christmas Special. This game's pretty fun. I actually got the idea for this one from Billy Core at the Nostalgia Mall. He makes some pretty good videos too. I like his love for Packard Bell. I share that same love. So Billy, if you happen to see this, buddy, thank you for making me not the only guy who likes Packard Bell. Those computers had a lot of love-hate. Some people loved them and some people hate them. I just happen to love them. Alrighty. Now let's see if I can get through the next one. See if I can complete all 3 of these roads. Oh! Well, apparently the red ones pull you up. Good to know that now. Oh no. Boy, this one's difficult. Oh, did it again. Okay, I'll try. I have to try slowing down when I get to that part. No! No! You know, I don't know how many lives you get in this before you actually lose, but we'll keep trying. Gotta get this eventually right. There we go. Oh, and I fell off anyway. Son of a... One more try. What? Alright, alright. We won't stray off the beaten path this time. Can I make it? Can I make it? Oh, right at the end I jumped over. Are you kidding me? Alright, well at least I know what to do now. See if I can actually manage to do it. What? Boy, those edges are touchy. I have fun with like puzzle type games like this though. Oh. Determined to at least pass this one. Oh, I bumped it, but it still went through. Look at that. Let's see how I do on this one. What? Ah. Alright, well, I think that's about enough of that one. This computer has a key clicking sound enabled in the BIOS, and I keep forgetting to turn that off. Now this game, Duke Nukem 3D, I end up going in circles 10 million times in this one before I figure the levels out, but I love using God mode and the weapon cheats in this one. So, I'm actually going to put it on damn I'm good, because then I'll get attacked more that way and I'll have more fun. You're too good to be cheating. Okay, so let's do it this one then. Ha. Rockets, yes. Blow stuff up. Okay, apparently not that. Alright, let's get a little more audio on this one. There's lots of stuff in this game to blow up. Especially this wall right here. Yeah, that's how you get in here. And there's a bunch of interactive stuff, all the light switches work. And go right here and check the cameras to see where everybody's at. We don't care about that. Let's get back to that. Let's go to the arcade, shall we? Whoops. That wasn't supposed to happen. Alright. Oh. Technically, I already have the red key card, so I don't have to go through all the crap. Actually, I didn't. Now I do, though. are you kidding me? Blew down my freaking exit ramp. Who does that? Who's shooting at me? Get out of here. Alright, so you get the idea with this one. I'm not going to go too far in this because I'm starting to run out of room and I got a couple of things I want to try. One of those items, over to the other side of the room and grab it. There's one. Grab one from up here off the shelf. Do it without knocking a bunch of other stuff down. Okay, so I got two big box DOS games that we're going to try. First, Software Toolworks Star Wars Chess. This is brand new. If I take it out of the thing here, I'm actually going to set this off to the side. See, the discs are still in a sealed bag. Never opened these. I think they're 720K. They might be 100. Oh no, these are 1.44. Some of the discs in there are a different color though, but all the documentation and everything's in there, so we're going to open this up and see if it works. A lot of discs in here for this. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I was a little confused. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's a color difference between all the discs. So, what I'm probably going to do is speed up the installation part of this, because it's probably going to take a little while. I'll show it, but it's just going to be sped up, maybe with a little bit of music put to it or something. But I'm going to put this disc in first, and we'll make sure they even work. I know my floppy drive's good, so let's see if these discs have stood the test of time. Star Wars Chess requires an IBM-compatible 386SX running at least 33 MHz of VGA color graphics display, 585 kilobytes available memory, and a hard disk is recommended. The installation with hard disk with 34.1 megabytes available space, 2 megabytes of RAM is recommended. Installation program will tailor the Star Wars Chess program to your particular computer system. Okay then. Yes, we have VGA graphics. Let's go with the throne room. Fast CPU. No. We have Sound Blaster. This should have OPL3 support. DMA is 1. No, we want this in. Do it like that. You have elected to install Star Wars Chess. Use Creative Lab Sound Blaster. Yes. Well, in typical fashion, wah wah. So I guess that's not happening today. Well, that's a bummer that that didn't work out, but I got something that might be even better. Let's see how it runs this. NASCAR Racing 2 50th anniversary, and it's a box copy. It's all here. All in here. The disc. Take that out. The book to the expansion pack. This is the Sierra version. And original NASCAR. Man, that is one thick manual for a game. Back in the day when they actually wanted you to know how to play it. Games came with all kinds of fancy art. All that type of good stuff. So, try and hook that up. See how it performs on this Pentium 166. So let's see what's the system requirements say. Pentium 75, 16 megabytes of RAM and SVGA 640 by 480, 256 colors and 4x CD-ROM. Well, we're definitely well over all that. I hope everyone is having a very Merry Christmas so far. This video will be posted Christmas Day, hopefully by noon. It's currently about 7 o'clock in the morning. Christmas Day 2020.
Your system is correctly configured for playing WAV files.
Yep, we heard the sound. Maybe this is a Windows game. I thought this was a DOS game. Grand Prix Legends demo. Why not? These demos and shareware are awesome. That was like the pinnacle of my childhood. I was broke. My parents never bought me PC games. I was lucky to get games for, like, me and my brother shared a Nintendo 64 at the time and a PlayStation. We got like one game a year that we could share. So the chances of me being able to get a PC game was slim because I was the only one with gaming, like a PC to play games on at the time. My brother was the game console kid. Now he's completely converted over. He went to PC about 10 years ago. So, yeah, I used to get on my parents' computer with dial-up internet back then, and just go scouring the internet for demos that I could, most of the time, fit on a floppy disk. Or I would do it at school, until I figured out what a zip disk and a zip drive was. Then I started using those when they started getting them at school. I bought a zip drive and some zip disks, so that when my parents wouldn't let me use the internet, I could still get my fill, and I could, get 100 megs worth of games in one day and bring them home from school and see how many of them I could get running on my handy 486 I had at the time. That was one of my first computers. It was DOS and Windows 3.1, and I owned that computer for about a year. Actually, about 3 years, and had plenty of fun with it. Univibe enhances graphics performance on older video adapters. Yeah, I guess it couldn't hurt. Univibe, but video mods. Okay, let's do it. Yep, it was just like I thought at the beginning of the video. It's a S3 Super VGA, and it has 2 megabytes of video memory. Okay, then this is finished. Install Grand Prix Legends.
Your system is correctly configured for playing WAV files.
Oh yeah, we heard it. Just hurry up and install, because we're running on less than 1 gigabyte of space here. Want to get a little more action in before this is all over. This video was supposed to be me building the 486, installing DOS, installing Windows 3.1, installing all the games, configuring everything. So if you're still watching at this point, great, because this is the part where you find out that project is still happening. It's just probably not going to be until sometime in January. I have a case for the computer that I would like to use. If it doesn't go as planned, or if something better comes along, then I will pick it up. No, we'll register later. We're going to go with software, because I don't have a 3DFX adapter. If this game runs like shit on this computer, I have another one that I am going to be doing a video about soon that has a Pentium 3, and I stuffed a GeForce 6100 in it. It's a small form factor PC. No, we don't need to connect to the internet and check for updates. Register later. No. Just go away. Okay, sound setup. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, this sound card. We definitely need, let's see. Sound Blaster stereo. We are on IRQ5, DMA1. No sound. Okay, so let's see. Let's try Sound Blaster Pro Mono. Still nothing. Auto detect. And still no sound, and we locked up. Well, at least you got to see part of the trial and tribulation that I go through doing this stuff, because this doesn't want to cooperate with me. And what I've got here, this is actually a Sound Blaster Pro compatible sound card. It's just not wanting to cooperate with me, so we'll try one of the other options. Sound Blaster Stereo. Let's try Sound Blaster 16. On DMA 5 or IRQ 5, DMA 1. Nothing again. Alright. Well, one more shot at this, and then I'm just going to run the game real quick with no sound to see how well it even works. Well, let's try that again because I had something there. Sound Blaster 16 stereo. And still nothing. Alright. That's it. Yes. Let's just try to run it. Oh, got some sound. I don't want to watch this stuff. Just want to play. Oh, and the computer decided to reboot. How wonderful. Well, I suppose that one's not going to work either then. What a bummer. That one will be featured in a future video for sure. So I have a computer I know for a fact this will run on. As far as the DOS sound compatibility, that's a bit sketchy. Okay, we get rid of this. Don't need that. Yeah, the DOS sound on the Pentium 3 machine is a little bit sketchy, and I'm hoping to get that echo card working in my 486. Okay, so I'm going to screw around in another game before I got one after that before I close this up. We might even play a couple more, I don't know. I might go to the end of the memory limit. But I think this one's right and fitting for the time. Play a little Quarantine, huh? I don't really know much about this game. I just recently discovered this one, but it seems to be a pretty neat type of game. And I just froze up. Okay, there we go. I don't have any clue if I'm even doing this right. Or what I'm even supposed to be doing, but I'm guessing I'm supposed to be shooting at all the other opponents. I had 16 bullets left. When I played this earlier, I ran out of ammo, and I did not know what the hell to do after that. I don't know where you find more.
Hello.
I need a taxi cab ride, and I need one now. Well, I don't know what to tell you, because I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to be doing, so no. Out of ammo. Alright, so now all I know what to do is just crash into other cars or run people over, basically. It's like the only way I can kill anybody. Okay. So I have more games on here I wanted to play, but I'm starting to run out of space. So in light of Christmas, I have one last treat. This is a Windows game, but this game is funny as hell. Zoom in a little bit here. We get the whole thing. Now, there were a few tricks in this game. They tell you to put it when the slider is right in the center, but that wasn't the right one. You got to get this thing to stop
where it's between these two lines or these two lines, and you'll get a strike. I completely missed. Yeah, no shit. There's a couple of funny Easter eggs in this game too. If they pop up, I'll show you. No. Screwed that one up again. It's actually fairly easy to get a strike in this game. Those are the two lines I was talking about right there. You got them lit up on either side of the center like this. Okay, here's an Easter egg. Pay attention to the reindeer. Now, I have to get the last line to get the Easter egg. This is funny. Oh, come on. I hope the deer doesn't walk away this time. Sometimes if you miss him after trying to hit him too many times, he wanders off. Come on. Nope. I'm gonna get gutter balls just trying to get this Easter egg. Oh, there's a bunny too. Damn it, I missed him. He goes splat if you run him over. Okay, so I'm running out of space, so I give up on that Easter egg. What actually happens is if you get it on the last line, the ball bounces out of the gutter and kills the deer. There we go. Right in time, look at that. And we'll finish it off with a strike, because I'm not going to play this whole thing out, otherwise I'm going to run out of space. So, I hope you enjoyed this video about my HP. And I will see you on the next video. And have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Little Engine 1.